Hey, what's going on there, people? ETX back again tonight with another video. And I was just scrolling through Reddit, or I just happened to see a notification for something from Reddit. Uh, by the way, I only have this jacket on because it's like 90 degrees outside, but it's not in the house. In fact, I turned the air, I put the temperature up a little bit to like 69 or 70. Well, I had it like 68. Whatever. I have a jacket on because it's fucking cold here. Um, so this whole BBU LCU stuff, everything with Becky. Let me just say this real quick. You know, with the LCU, um, as a viewer, I talked a lot of shit, yes. But most of the time it was just in good fun. For the most part, I would in talking shit, I would say a lot of good stuff too, but in talking shit, it would be as I was watching. Like, I said the other day, Boogie does a lot of stuff that's funny, but he does a lot of stuff that's annoying as well. And, I'll just comment along. Like, obviously, if I didn't really like something, I wouldn't be watching to begin with. And, everything that's transpired over the last few days with Becky, um, it's just fucked up, I don't know, I was only in it as a viewer pretty much, and then there was a potential, for me to be on a show on her network and stuff like that, but, we don't even really haven't even really been talking or anything like that as far as any of that goes. Um, and then, everybody is against her right now, and it's understandable. And I don't know what she has going on. Like, I don't know what the purpose of going back to the LCU was to begin with, even though she was being played the whole time. And who knows, this whole thing might be a skit anyways. It kind of maybe doesn't seem like it. Uh, but actually, yeah, I'm gonna take this back off. But I just came across this post and I was like, damn, that's actually kind of sad. So I'm gonna share this post with you, and we're gonna watch it. Um, it's 33 seconds. It says the end of Becky Boop, and then it says thoughts. Um, it's just a montage of clips with some like music, but it's kind of sad. So I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna give me some more thoughts on it. Let me get this ready. I'm gonna have to do it like this. It's like looking in a mirror. Uh-oh. Play. That actually kind of has me on my feels a little bit. Uh yeah, I wasn't expecting that either. It's almost like mourning. Uh and then, like, when people talk about parasocial stuff, sometimes it's almost kind of like unavoidable. Excuse me. It's almost kind of unavoidable. It's almost unavoidable is the word I was trying to say sometimes. Uh because when you watch somebody every day for an extended period of time, you may or may not kind of, sort of, despite what anybody says or agrees or whatever, you kind of do develop a slight parasocial because you develop a fondness for said person or people or whatever. Uh, you know, and especially, I don't know. I guess there's degrees to parasocialness, obviously. Uh, like Michael, for instance, Michael Green, Kid Behind the Camera. I've been watching him and them for over a decade, and even before Angry Grandpa passed away. You know what? I was gonna grab my whatever. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna grab a hoodie because I'm gonna grab my Angry Grandpa hoodie. Why not? My other one. I have two. 1 second. But yeah, sometimes a tad bit of parasocialness is kind of unavoidable. Unavoidable. Why can't I say the fucking word? Unavoidable. Uh, if a few more people come in, I'll play that clip a couple more times. It's only 30 seconds, but I'll play it like another time or two. I'm not crying, by the way. I'm sniffling because it's cold in here. My nose has been running. My nose always runs. Like, useless, FYI. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe I need to go to a ENT. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I just happened to see this notification for the Locale Queens Reddit. I watched it and I was like, damn. I was like, it's kind of sad. Um, and yeah, watching that just now and then replaying it kind of got me in my feels a little bit. And the point of all that I was starting to say was that watching somebody for X amount of time, you're gonna watch them every day. Once a week, once certain channels or certain things that you watch every once in a while is one thing. But when you're watching somebody or a few people every single day, and then not only do you watch them, just watch them is one thing, but not only watching them, but talking to them, engaging with them, coming up on their shows, hanging out, joking around, laughing, having a good time, et cetera, et cetera. And then something like this, you're gonna develop kind of, and it goes both ways to an extent, and maybe one side might be more than the other. And what I was trying to say before, giving the example of Michael and Angry Grandpa, I watched, Grandpa, Charles Green, Angry Grandpa, for like a few years before he passed away, and then I continued watching Michael's vlogs from then up until present day. You know, uh, and I never ever talked to Michael or anybody. In fact, Michael blocked me on Twitter like 6, 7 years ago. It was kind of funny, and I was just unblocked recently, and it's like now through the shows and stuff like that. Um, you know, well, whatever. I'm not gonna say anything. Uh, well, it's nothing really. It's like what I'm trying to. The point I'm trying to make is, especially when you're watching something like AGP, like I felt like he was my grandpa, and a lot of people got that, like, because we were grandpa's youngins, the AGP army. Because again, when you watch somebody, and again, you only know so much of what somebody puts out there. That's only what you know, right? Um, but you grasp onto whatever. And so, yeah, I guess, like I said, there's levels of parasocialness, but that's a part of it. You have a connection to them, you feel like you know them, stuff like that. Um, but with Becky here, I started watching Locale Queens, and the LCU as a whole through Mike, uh, from going over to Locale Queens with him and Tina, and then obviously I saw Becky and I started watching and yada yada, and here we are today. Um, but I had, all the times I went up on Queens, I had fun, and I never went up to try and like entertain anybody or anything. That anytime I came up on panel, I was just coming up to hang out and talk, and just talk about whatever we're talking about, joke around. Like, I don't even know how many times I've been up on panel. I've probably been on Queens at least probably a good 10 times. Uh, you know, and then a few other times the other shows, like, yeah. So at least probably much more than any other viewer that I've seen that I could think of. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I was on Queens quite a few times. But anyways, but now that we're here where we are with Becky, and this is very fresh and everything, and if it's still a skit between all of them, who really knows? Because with them, you never know. You know, um, like with Michael, even his current vlogs, there's it's like it's like fake to an extent and real to an extent. It's like 50-50, but it's like the stuff that is not real is portrayed as real. So then it gets kind of confused. It like blurs the line between fake and real. You know what I'm saying? And the LCU is very much like that as a whole as well. Very much like that. It's like a direct model of Michael's videos. Uh, that's like probably a perfect description of the LCU, as far as the content and if it's real or not. It very much so blurs the line between reality and and nonfiction. But anyway, and like I don't hate Becky. Like Becky, if you happen to see this, which I have a feeling you probably saw some of this or some of these streams recently, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. Um, Am I disappointed? Yes. And like the whole thing with you going over the LCU and then them setting you up, and then it's like because right before that, like you said so many times that you would never go back to the LCU, but yet you're still friends with all of them, and then in their voice chats and their messages, and you're still talking and this and that, and then there's so many similarities between your stuff and their stuff, and then you come back, and then you think that it's a skit and they're actually playing you, and then you go live afterwards still thinking it's a skit, then you find out that it's not actually a skit, and it's like, I don't know, and then I don't know, Becky. Bottom line is I don't hate you or anything. I'm just like disappointed with the whole situation, you blocking me on your Discord and your Reddit, unmodding me on your channel for literally nothing because of one night on my live stream, where somebody came in to infiltrate my chat. It was on purpose, and it was on purpose. You were told about it. You told me about it. The person that did it told me they did it, and then I'm still blocked. When it was just a few people that purposely tried to bait me into a reaction, and they got a partial reaction when I never even said anything that bad to begin with. And then what was happened out of a 3.5 hour stream towards the end, like a minute or two out of this, and then certain segments of that were clipped and then sent to you, and then you take the word of a few people and then just fucking block me versus reaching out to me and talking to me first, where I've been with you guys this whole time, like 7 months online, and then followed you over here, got banned from the LCU Discord for being over by you to begin with, and then this happens, and then you just fucking block me and unmod me without even talking to me first. Or actually, you blocked me on Discord and Reddit, and then we did talk like a week later, and then you unmod me on your channel after we talked. And then I still didn't hear anything from you after that. Haven't really been watching your show since then because I've been, rubbed the wrong way, and I'm not, trying to whatever with other viewers and stuff. And then I'm just watching here and there, and there was talks of me coming on as a show. First, you offered me a show; I could do whatever I want. I had a spot on your network, and then it was maybe going to be with Suffer Horse, somebody I've never even talked to up until that point. Uh, you know, and then this happens, and sometimes you go a week, 2 weeks with no response to anything and stuff like that, and then this stuff happens, and I don't know. And I've mentioned you. Yes, I've talked about you in my streams. I'm not necessarily talking shit. I'm just talking about it as a whole. And yeah, I'm just overall disappointed. When I'm in other chats and saying this and that, and everybody's saying stuff. But seeing this little clip right here, it just kind of jolted me a little bit. I was like, damn, that's actually kind of sad. So, and regardless if anybody sees this live, you'll see the replay. I'm going to play this a couple more times because it's 30 seconds, and sometimes, um, yeah, it's just I don't know, man. But we're gonna play this, and it's yeah, it's after you watch, it's damn, I don't know. Um, yeah. Oh, Baxter, I don't even know. It's a good edit. Short edit. It's a good edit, though. Feels like a funeral. I'm just gonna let it play. I like the song too. What is this song? I need to find out. I need to find this song. Becky. What the fuck, dude? I like that edit. Yeah, I probably played it 10 times already. You know what I saw before? That a way to tell if somebody or that you might have psychopathic tendencies is that if you can watch something or listen to a particular song over and over and over and over. Apparently, that's a psychopathic trait. So, anyways, dude, yeah, I wasn't planning. I need to see. Yeah, I wasn't planning on going live a second time tonight, but then, like I said, I literally just got off live just a little bit ago, and oh, excuse me, I saw this Reddit notification, and I was like, damn, and immediately I was like, no, it is sad though. If it's real, let me say this: if it's real, it is. It's sad, honestly. Um, Yeah, I don't know. It's just now I'm like mind fucked. Is anybody else mind fucked after watching that? I don't know. Now I'm just like ribbit, ribbit, lost for words. Yeah, like I said, I don't hate her. I don't. I don't really hate anyone, you know? Are you upset with some of the things that people do and say and act and what they say and how they may treat you or other people? Disappointed? Yeah. Again, if it's real, which again, anything in the LCU, there's a very blurred line between reality, what's real and what's not real. Um, it's a combination of both. And actually, being a viewer of the LCU for the time that I have, I could always pretty much tell when the main host of the LCU, like Keem and Boogie and stuff, I could tell when they're acting. And sometimes I've even commented before, it's like, Keem, I see what you're doing, and you're smart. Like some of the shit he does, like again, portraying something that's fake, portraying something fake that's real. Like, use something for instance, the night that Becky came back and Keem was freaking out and all that. Okay, that was him acting right there. Now compare that, but that's fake though. But he's portraying it as real. But anytime any other thing happens and he acts similarly, how to the normal average viewer, how are you to know what's real and what's not? Because and then he comes out and says, obviously this whole thing was a setup and everything, but at the time he was making not only them believe that it's real, but the audience as well, the viewers. So that's what I'm saying. Um, so Mike in his videos, and he's been doing this for a long time, um, and now in the LCU and their just whole model, it's just there's a blurred line between what's real and what's not real, and then portraying the not real for real. It's like kind of, you know. But I could typically see when I could typically see when they're acting, when they're not, for the most part. And like I said, this stuff with Becky, this current stuff, if I were to bet, see, it's like I don't even know. No one really knows. I'm gonna lean towards. I'm gonna lean more towards that it is real, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know, and nobody really knows except the people involved. But anyway, guys, that's all I have on that. Let me grab one more claw because we are popping claws after all. Cringe, cringe, cringe. I know. And I'll play this clip another time or two before we end this real quick. Again, I need to find out what song this is. What are people saying on here? She can be entertaining, but the way she treats people is terrible. She only thinks of herself and money. She will backstab anybody if it benefits her. And then somebody else replies to that saying that can be applied to many LCU people. I said, damn, this music is actually kind of sad. And then somebody sad faced my comment. It only has 4 comments. It was literally just posted like a little while ago on the locale line locale lines and the locale queens Reddit subreddit. What the fuck is what's the difference between Reddit and subreddit, by the way? Is it just Reddit, but like if you were to say I have an ETX Twitter page, but then an ETX Reddit, is the Reddit just a subreddit of Twitter? Like I don't even know. What the fuck is a difference between Reddit and subreddit? I don't know. If I sound like an idiot right now, well, it is what it is, I guess. But anyway, popping this for I don't know, even LCU, BBU. That yeah, because this little clip it literally feels like, oh, I'm going glitchy, son of a bitch. Goddamn son of a bitch. Don't mind that. Yeah, again, OBS does it every so often. It'll just be completely normal, and then I don't even know what I was saying. Here's to you. But yeah, if you watch somebody every day for 7 months, you're gonna get attached to them in one way or another, and you can't say if you if you are a hardcore viewer like that, and then you say that you aren't or that you're not attached in any way at all, you're not telling the truth. Oh, yeah. And then look what happened to Locale Queens when she left. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just, they're supposed to be entertainers. We're supposed to be entertainers. Uh, you know, it's not supposed to be this serious. Okay. People that consume content and people that make content are doing it to be entertained and to entertain, not to be taken serious or take serious. Listen, life as a human on planet Earth is rough for everybody. Everybody's going through something. Regardless of what you show or not. Like me, you don't want to hear my story. Like, you don't want to hear my story. Jesus fucking Christ. I could write a book. I mean, we all can, right? Life has its ups and downs. It's flatlining, you know. Uh, like shit, I've been super fucking depressed for like the last 8 months, but nobody would know it. I'm kind of snapping out of it now. That's why I'm making more content recently because I was making content daily. When I first made this channel, I was fucking cranking out content. Sometimes 1, 2, 3 videos a day, shorts, this and that. My goal was at least one long form, one short per day, every day. But I kind of fucking fell off and plateaued recently. But I'm trying to crawl my way back out of the proverbial grave hole. Shit's rough, man. Life is kicks your ass sometimes. A lot of the times. You know? Shit's depressing. And like I said, people only know what you put out there. I have a history of way oversharing, but I've learned to cap that. Especially since when I put out content, I put it out for other people to get, entertainment out of it, not to be depressed and want to, and that's the same reason why I consume content online. And also one of the reasons why I make content as well. it's me doing something. It's keeping me busy. It's, and then consuming content. And I'm hoping that people are the same reason, or, the same thing that people get out of it is, for an escape from daily stuff. That's what I was trying to say. Like, we have enough shit to deal with as it is. We don't need to have to deal with more shit from our escape, our you know what I'm saying? We have enough shit to deal with. We don't need to have to deal with more shit from the escape that we're trying to get. You know what I mean? Like we're on here for an escape and not have to, just for entertainment. I'm looping now. But you know what I'm saying? I'll just say it one more time. Oh, there I'm going again. Motherfucker! Goddamn son of a bitch! Like Grandpa used to say, "Listen to me, you goddamn son of a bitch, motherfucker!" You fucking anyway. But yeah, we're on here we consume content for an escape, for a daily escape. One of the reasons, and the stuff that we're watching for entertainment, to be entertained and get a laugh out of and stuff like that. We don't need more shit from the stuff that we're trying to be entertained with. Okay? We don't. I don't. I, I don't. Believe me. And I'm sure you don't either. You know what I'm saying? And so all this is unnecessary. And it's just like, damn, I just want to fucking, watch a stream, watch a video and get a laugh out of it. You know, maybe come up, hang out for a little bit, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff and like getting and like it being this involved and this intricate, all these little intricacies of fucking, is it real? Is it not real? The fuck, this and that. Like, dude, it's like a lot. And then when you're dealing with all these people who have serious mental health issues themselves, the ones that are supposed to be doing the entertaining, it's not a good mixture. It's very convoluted. Again, blurred line between reality, between what's real and not real. But I'm getting buzzed. That's probably obvious. Maybe it's not obvious. I don't know. It's obvious to me because I'm the one. Anyways, but see, unlike everyone else, I'm an adult and I'm not like, a fucking high schooler getting drunk for the first time. I don't drink to get drunk. When I drink, have a few beers, have a few White Claws, just get a little buzz and call it good. When they drink on the LCU, maybe it's part of their character and part of the design of the show and all that, but that's just, look, falling over on the floor, puking, and being, nah, dude, that's not entertainment. That's not entertaining. You're just being laughed at, not laughed with. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I've talked babble long enough. Wasn't even planning on going live, or at least this far. Maybe no commentary game stream later on. But I wasn't even planning on going live again. Like I said, I just happened to see this clip, and I got all in my feels. I was like, damn, and I'm already kind of buzzed, so I went live again. What are you gonna do? So with that, can have a couple more sips and play this clip 2 more times just because it's a short clip, 30 seconds, 33 seconds. And yeah, if you're a fan of Becky, if you're a fan of the LCU and you've been watching for a long time and you know who I am, and I've had pretty rocky history in the LCU too. I'm only a viewer. I'm not an intern. I'm not a host. I don't work for Keem. I don't work for anybody, But it's a fact. As a viewer, I'm more well known than the typical viewer for whatever reason. But they say any publicity is good publicity. So anyway, but actually the funny thing is, ever since this Becky stuff, it kind of was like a soft reboot of the LCU. like an unintentional soft reboot. Everyone was, it felt strange. It felt good to be in the LCU Discord, not arguing with anybody. Some people are just weird. Uh, that Minty dude, Minty something. I was out of the LCU Discord for like a month. Okay, I saw that when they put a post out on Twitter, on the local live Twitter, saying that they unbanned like 100 people, blah blah whatever. This Minty dude, which by the way, I never messaged, said anything about. It's always them saying something to me, right? As far as like haters or trolls, or you want to hate for whatever reason, I don't know. But like the last time I saw this dude saying anything was in the local live Discord like a month ago. And then just recently when they unbanned like 100 people that were in Becky's server, right? I see this motherfucker comments on Twitter talking shit about me again. I'm like, and then I clicked on his profile and I went to his YouTube page or his YouTube account, and it's like this fat, bald, fucking idiot. Yeah, Minty. Oh, listen, if you know local or LCU in the local Discord, you know who this Minty dude is. Always talking shit. Like I don't know how many fucking people I blocked on the LCU Discord. Like it's a lot, right? Think about that. You want to talk about weird parasocial shit, except parasocial on the end of like hating for no reason. I've had no contact with you for over a month. They do this post saying they unblocked whatever, and this motherfucker's tagging me on Twitter, not like talking shit. I'm like, dude, are you okay? Like, I've had no contact with you. I don't talk to you. I don't message you, nothing. And it's been over a month and you're still talking about me? Like, are you good? And then I blocked him on Twitter, because it's just fucking like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Uh, who is the other one that always used to say shit? That Minty dude, I know he's a shit starter too, because a bunch of people can't stand him. But then it's like, this motherfucker's always talking all this crazy shit. And then I click on his fucking YouTube, and he's this fat, bald, fucking gnome. Every video has like 1 view. Like, I don't even give a shit about views and all that, but I'm just saying. Like, you got this notorious shit talker, and he's a fat, bald, fucking weirdo. You can look him up, Minty something or another. I don't know. I blocked him on everything because I don't even like. Doesn't that feel good when somebody's talking shit and you get the last word and then block them so they can't say anything back? Dude, it's so weird. Him, Minty, Cap, Kyle, like there's a few of these people who I've never engaged. They engaged me. And they just keep going on and on and on. And there's like some other motherfucker, Noel or something, I think his name is. I saw it just recently. Uh what did he say? He's like, he's like, it's so funny. He's like, when ETX got bullied out of the he's like, I think it's something like, he's like, when ETX got bullied out of the server, I lost it. Meaning like laughing and shit. Like, motherfucker, I didn't get bullied out of the server. I was fucking banned out of the server, you fucking retard. So if you knew what you were talking about, like, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about. And then he said, I miss bullying ETX or something. These fucking people bullying. What the fuck? People are fucking weird, bro. But yeah, again, that Minty motherfucker who just talks shit to everybody and starts a bunch of shit. Again, I clicked on his YouTube link and like he has like, I don't know how many videos with like 1 view, and it's probably him. Not that views or anything matter, but I'm just saying there's notorious shit talker, and he's fat and fucking bald. Yeah, it's funny. So, but anyway, what I was starting to say was, since this Becky stuff, it almost was like an unintentional soft reboot of the LCU. Uh, since then, since being back in, and even after I was unbanned, I still wasn't really in the Discord for like a week, and then I saw that the separate VCs weren't the thing, were taken away as well. So it's like, why? What's the point of even, Because some people just live in the Discord like 24/7. Doesn't matter what time of the day you go in there, you look in there, they're in there. Blah, 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 blah. And some of these people, these names, these like fucking trolls in there, they're always talking in the VC, but what if you go on like local live, it's like you never see them commenting on any show. It's like they watch whatever show's on and then comment in the Discord. It's like the weirdest thing ever. But since I've been like active in there or whatever, haven't had any problems. Since this Becky stuff, like I said, it was like an unintentional soft reboot. And it's like refreshing being in the LCU Discord, not arguing with people. I don't know. I mean, last time I was talking to people in there, I was talking with Michael. And I don't know, maybe other people see that, people are influenced very easily, in one way or another, swayed one way or another. So maybe a lot of people were seeing that Michael was having like a normal conversation with me and didn't want to start talking shit for whatever. Because like I would say hi. Before, I would say, "What's up, peeps?" Or post a picture of Thor. I'd be like, "LCU pet check. I'll start." Post a picture of Thor because he's the most adorable cat you've ever seen. I would go get him, but he's sleeping all curled up. I don't want to bother him or anything. But I post a pic. I just say what's up, posting a picture of fucking Thor, and people would start talking shit to me from that. It's like, what are you, mental? I don't know, man. It's weird. But I see a few of you are in here now. I'm gonna leave the stream up. I'm about to end this. But for those of you that just came in, I just happened to see this. Again, I wasn't planning on going live today. I just happened to see this post from somebody on Reddit, in the Locale Queens Reddit, and it kind of got me in my feels. Maybe it'll get you in your feels. And I think the music is the main contributor in this. But I'm probably going to end this unless anybody, any more people come in here and want to say anything or whatever. But we're going to go ahead and play this. Like I said, I'm going to let it play twice because it's only a 33-second video. And usually the second time is the more effective, you know what I'm saying? So without further ado. That transition is what did it. That first transition is what did it. Going from Gidget putting the pie in her face to Becky putting the pie in her face. I wasn't okay. Like I never felt like really any kind of emotional or anything until I saw that. I don't know. Becky, I mean, the alcohol is probably most likely a factor in this, but it's like, damn. And those clips, I saw every one. That that one where it was black and white, and they were showing the clips of the AGP stuff. The clip itself wasn't in black and white; they made it black and white. Uh, but I was watching that. That was probably the last sleep stream they did on Queens. It was like it was a 12-hour stream, I believe it was, and I almost made the full 12 hours. I think I fell asleep in the last like hour and a half, but I was watching while they were doing that. Uh, I don't know. If it's real, it's a shame. It's sad. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be a thing. Um, and the bottom line is, people have severe mental illness and hide it well. Some parts of that um, illness is exposed in little parts, but you never know what somebody is going through, especially when it's just a little square that you see online. You only see this little square, and that's all you see. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so yeah. And then just remember too, people only make we people only make time for who and what we want to make time for. Doesn't matter how busy you are, doesn't matter what's in your schedule, doesn't matter what you got going on, unless it's a serious life threatening thing or something very serious or severe mental where you can't deal with anything. For the most part, if you're a healthy, functioning, in your right mind person, we all make time for who and what we want to make time for. Simple as that. So just keep that in mind. And with that, we're going to end this. So if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. When you do subscribe, be sure to hit that notification bell, set it to all so you get notified every time I upload a new video, which I'm getting back to the consistent content. So look forward to more of that. I'm going to be doing my typical content as well as far as masks and comics and collectibles go. I have quite a few things in that. In the mask and comic bouncing my head. Was this like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Remember the intro? He's like, don't drink it down, down. Damn, I'm old. Uh, I have plenty of stuff. There I go again. In the comic and mask room to film content for. So stay tuned for that as long as well as regular live streaming games with no commentary yet until I move on to the desktop as far as the live streaming with commentary goes. These live streams. Comment down below. Let me know what you think of this crazy situation. And as always, if you want to continue to see more content like this, then motherfucker, you better stay tuned. And we'll see you later.